So hi and welcome to this video. Before we get started, I'm just gonna say the obvious and say that I changed the color scheme of the computer. That's because well, I got bored of looking at the same colors all the time. I just thought it would be nice to change it, and also it should be giving a better frame rate on the recordings because this is less intensive on the graphics card, so it should just make the frame rate of the videos higher. And the last change I made was I made the font a wee bit smaller so they can fit more code in. So if anyone finds this too small, just leave a comment and let me know, and I'll just increase it to what it was. But that's it for the changes, and then let's get started with the video. So today what we're going to be doing, as I said in the last video, is we're going to be fixing this bug with the code. And the other thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be changing the way the channels URL works. So instead of saying channel.php !c equals creative code, it's going to be /channel/ creative code. Creative code. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. So let's get started. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to fix the CSS bug with the side menu that we saw in the last video. So to do that, I'm going to go to the sitestyle.css file, and here it says channel options, so I assume this is it. And we're going to change this from position fixed to let's try display inline, and let's just see what what happens now. So if we refresh the page, so as you can see, if we scroll down now, it doesn't follow us, but it still has this problem here. So what we need to do is we need to get that to resize with the page. So a thing we could do for that is, so what we're going to do to fix this is we're going to make this, or we're going to keep this the way it is, but we're going to change this. I'll show you in a second. So what we're going to do is we're going to say height is 100% minus 40 pixels, because it's 40 pixels from the top of the page, so we want to take 40 pixels off the height of the div. Okay, maybe not. Just do minus 40. Yeah, for some reason that's not working, so well, it doesn't matter, we can move on, we can leave that out. So what we're going to do is, okay, yeah, the problem with that is we've said from the top of the page go 40 down, so we'll get rid of that. So we're going to leave that like that, and then what we're going to do is just go here and refresh, and you can see we have this problem. It's too tall. Down here it's 40 pixels too tall. So to fix that, what we're going to do is, so the best way to fix this is to do what we did last time. So say top 40 pixels, and then say position fixed, and then what we'll see here is here it sort of stays there, but as you can see it moves when we scroll. So to fix that, what we're going to do is we're just going to go down. Okay, to do this properly, we're going to just right click here on the image, just right click on the anywhere that's not an image on the page, and we're going to view the source. And if we scroll down, we can see this div is called video or channel video container. So this white box basically that holds all these pictures is called channel video container. And what we're going to do is we're just going to say .channel video container, and then in here we're just going to say overflow auto, and then height is 100%. So now you'll see if we refresh, okay, something's gone wrong. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to change this to or we need to just add float right, because what's actually happening is they're all just going behind this gray bar. So now if we float right, we can see them here, and the only problem is there's no set width sort of or height, or I mean actually we set the height to 100 pixels, so we need to set that to 100%. And okay, 100% is not good because it does this. You can see here. It fills the whole page and doesn't do what we want. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this to overflow scroll. Let's just see that. So as you can see, it sort of gives the effect we want because we can move these without moving the gray bar, which is the sort of effect we were going for. So what we want to do is we want to say width 100%. So what we're going to do is we're just going to change width from 100% to like 75%, and then we need to go text align right. And now if we refresh the page, that's not enough space, so we can change it to, I don't know, 85%. So there our videos are taking up the full length or full size we want, and we can move them around, but we just need to get rid of this bar now. Okay, so to keep things simple, what we're going to do is we're just going to change this to auto for now, and then later on we might use a JavaScript sort of way to do it to make it fill the page. But we also oops, here we need to change this height because we can actually leave that as 100, and we can change this height to, I don't know, auto, because that is what's, no, maybe not. So what we want to do is we just want to change the height to 90%, and then you can see we can scroll around the videos, and it doesn't affect the rest of the page. We also need to get rid of that bar, so we could just set the width to, I don't know, 80% just to get rid of the bar. And a better way is actually keep that at 85, and then just change the overflow overflow X to auto, which just means the overflow on the X-axis, which is across the ways. And as you can see, it just disappears. So here it is. It's all working, and we're ready to move on. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on getting the URL to look like /channel/creative. Not again. /creative code. So that's pretty easy to do. So we're going to do that now. So just go to the members page. It doesn't matter. What we're going to do is we're going to create a new file, and we're going to save it as all files. In video box, and we want to save it in the root directory, and we're going to call it .htaccess. And what htaccess allows you to do is it allows things like the URL thing we were doing, and it allows loads of things, but that's what we're going to be using it for. So the first thing we need to do is we need to rewrite base. And normally if you're on your own web server, it's just a /, and sometimes you don't even need it, but normally it's just a / because you're already in the root directory by default. But if you go here, you can see I'm at localhost, which would be my root directory, but then I'm in a folder called tutorials and then a folder called video box. So I need to put that in, so I need to set my rewrite base. Instead of my root directory, it needs to look for the video box folder. So what we need to do is we just need to type in /tutorials/video box. And then obviously if we were putting this on the internet, we would just delete all that and just leave it as rewrite base with a / for the root directory. So next what we need to do is we need to turn the rewrite engine on, which is just a thing in htaccess that allows us to actually edit things like the URL. So the way it works is it uses regular expressions to change it. So we're going to write rewrite rule, and then this is where we put our regular expression in. So we write rewrite rule, just copy it, it doesn't really matter, it's just, you don't really need to know the regular expression because I can explain it afterwards. So I'm just going to do A to Z with lowercase, and then uppercase A, and uppercase Z, then a 0 to 9, and then an underscore, and then a minus. And then we close it off with a square bracket, then a plus, then a parenthesis, like we opened it with a parenthesis when you close it with one. And then we just put the $sign because that's just another character we're not going to be using. These are just two random characters we're not going to be using for our rule, so we can just put them in there. And then we put in channel.php $C equals $1. And this is our rewrite rule. Okay, so I'm going to explain this to you now. So what this rewrite rule says is basically accept anything that's an A to Z, so any letter on the keyboard, not symbols or anything, just letters, lowercase a to lowercase z, anything in between. Then we want to also accept uppercase characters. We want to accept numbers. We want to accept underscore and minus. We don't want to accept characters like I don't know, pound sign or $sign or percentage or that, because that could potentially create security flaws, and we just surround them in this. It doesn't really matter. The important thing to understand is just what we allow in our regular expression. The next thing we do is the page we want the rewrite rule to act on, which is channel.php, because that's what the channels are on. And then obviously it's channel $C equals, because that's how we get to our channel. And then the final one is the creative code, and that is an argument. So that's just what %1 means. It just means argument. If you had multiple arguments, you could do %2 and things like that, but we only have one, so that's all we need. And that should be it. So if we come here and we refresh the page, nothing will have changed because we haven't affected any pages. We just changed the htaccess file. So what we're going to do is we're just going to type in /creative code and hit enter. Okay, so something didn't work. So the reason it didn't work is because I have the rewrite base set to the wrong address, because I spelled video wrong. Whoops. So let's try it now and refresh. And here it is. It takes us to Creative Code's channel. So the next thing we want to do is, you could leave it like that if you wanted, but the way I wanted it is I wanted videobox /channel / and then their user or the channel name. I don't want it to just be channel name, because I'm going to save that for profiles. So what we're going to do is we're just going to in between this and the parenthesis, we're just going to write channel / and that should be it. So now if we refresh, it's going to say object not found. But now if we put in /channel / and then whoops, I saved it or tried to /creative code, if I just hit enter now, it takes us to the page. But the reason this is not showing up right is because if we view source, it's looking for the CSS directory inside the channel directory, because the ./ means look in the current directory, and there is no channel folder, so there's no CSS file within it. So if we were to click on this, it says can't find, because this is the address it's looking for. So what we need to do is where is it? We need to actually go into the header file. So includes and then header.php, and then in here what we do is we just ignore this, it doesn't matter. Here it is. We look for the CSS files. So what we need to do is we just need to change this. So on your site you would change it, you probably wouldn't need to change it, you would just delete the dot and it would look for the root directory and then CSS. But if you're like me and you're in the root directory and then it's followed by two subdirectories, we want it to we can't use this because it'll look for localhost /css /sitestyle.css, but that doesn't exist. So we need to write in /localhost /tutorials /video box. And we need to do that for all of these, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave that up to you if that's what you want to do, because obviously your URL will be different. It won't be localhost /tutorials /video box, but I'm just going to show you that's how we fix it. So if we reload the page, okay, Okay, yeah, okay. The reason that didn't work is because there's no localhost folder. We'll just get rid of that because when we put the forward slash at the start, it goes to the root directory, which in this case is localhost, but localhost isn't actually a folder. And then after that, it just follows all the regular things. So it looks in the tutorials folder. So the forward slash is basically just take that as localhost. So now if we refresh, it should work, and here it is. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. I know this video was a little bit shorter than usual, but I think we got a lot of good things covered because the channel URLs and things are looking a lot better. And we can also do one more thing if we want before we go. We can copy this and just delete all this and change this to profile, and then change this to U for user. And then now if we type in videobox/Francis, we get my profile up. So that's how we would do it for the profiles as well. So thanks for watching again. Don't forget to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. And again, since I changed some of the design things about not necessarily the website but the way I record the videos, I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. If you think the font's too small, just tell me and I'll change it. If you think you don't like the new color scheme, just tell me and I'll change it. And that's it. And if you have any suggestions for videos, just ask me and I will do my best to make them. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time.